ever.
Proud of you, Benny. Proud of you, buddy.
Good job.
Keep up the good work.
This Panthers-Cardinals score brought to you by Rust-Oleum. 25-10 is the final. As the Carolina Panthers, no Jake Delhomme, no David Carr, they have Vinny. They are 4-2 heading into the bye. Arizona 3-3 going to Washington next week with a quarterback who knows will be starting. So recapping the top story in all the NFL land, I don't know if you heard, it was 5-0 New England against 5-0 Dallas on Sunday. Turned out to be no contest. The New England Patriots are 6-0 after a beatdown of the Dallas Cowboys. Scott Hansen reports from Dallas.
The Patriots score over 40 points yet again, led by Tom Brady and this passing attack that is on a staggering pace. At this rate, Brady would finish with 56 touchdown passes, shattering Peyton Manning's single-season record.
Yeah, I'd love to set, plenty of team records. I think those individual records, they're all based on opportunities you get. So, hey, what's the difference if you throw it in from 1 yard line or run it in? To me, it doesn't make a difference. It's just a touchdown for offense, and that's really what I get excited about.
Tom Brady does not let us, lollygag in practice. He wants the best out of us every day. And, if we can make it happen in practice against the defense that we have, then we can go out there and make things happen against anyone.
He's been playing really well. That's the kind of quarterback that he is. He's going to make really smart decisions, and, we just got to be there for when he makes those throws. We got to be able to catch him.
I've always been a big fan of Tom Brady's, and I've always had a saying that, Peyton Manning has his wide receivers. Why can't Tom have his? So now that Tom has his, we'll see.
So Brady and the Patriots win this game of the century by 21 points. They say they'll go back to work again, possibly setting up the next game of the century 3 weeks from now in Indianapolis against the Colts. At Texas Stadium, Scott Hansen, NFL Network.
Well, Scott, it's been NFL total domination for the New England Patriots. They are scoring an NFL best 38.3 points per game, winning by an average of 23 points. They're at Miami next week. This could be my favorite stat of them all, though, guys. The Patriots have outscored opponents by 138 points this season. 27 teams in the National Football League have not scored 138 points this season. They're outscoring their opponents. More than 27 teams have been scoring, period, this year. What can be done to stop the New England Patriots? Or should we start talking about this Week 9 contest with Indianapolis and potential undefeated season? Is that out of the realm of possibility here, Steve?
Against Indy, that's the thriller in Manila. But when you look at this New England team, they were 12-4 last year, went out and got some great receivers, all right? So there's such a better team right now. But they won 3 Super Bowls by a field goal, all right? If they get in the Super Bowl again, they could have a blowout Super Bowl with this team because they just went into Dallas and put 48 points on maybe the best team in the NFC. So if they play them in a neutral site or somebody else, we could have a blowout Super Bowl.
Tom Brady today separated himself from the pack. The pack meaning a Devin Hester, Peterson, a Peyton Manning. He's the league's MVP. But what puzzles me about the New England Patriots is the balance, baby, the balance. Number 2 offense in the league, number 2 defense in the league. That's balance. After this game, putting 448 yards on the boys, their number 1 offense. That's what I call balance, and that's going to propel them quite a long way.
You're one of the members of the Indianapolis Colts, sitting on your couch in the bye week, watching that. What are you thinking?
Oh, my God. Oh, my. Lions and Tigers and Bears, oh, my. That's what I'm thinking. These guys are pretty darn good.
Come on, they can't wait to play them.
No.
They got to take one game at a time.
Peyton Manning can't wait to play him. That defense can't wait to play him.
Right, and they do have to take one game at a time with a Monday night trip to Jacksonville for Indianapolis next week. Still to come on NFL Game Day, a historic moment for the original field goal dunker, and the Jets wearing yet more throwbacks that should be thrown out.
Heavy! Get in there! Yeah, we got it! He hit it! And T.O. says, Randy Moss, I've got one too. It's a catch for Kenton. Kevin Curtis, touchdown!
Jumping toward the end zone, he cartwheeled, touchdown!
There is nothing, and I mean nothing, but Kentucky Bluegrass in front of them.
Bye week, needing a win in a place that they opened the season with a win last year in Kansas City. We're clean in that game in Kansas City last year, but the battered quarterback on this day was Carson Palmer. Jared Allen with 2.5 sacks in the first half alone.
I like that guy. I like his motor.
Chiefs possession. Larry Johnson running right. I like this guy.
You want stats, play against the Cincinnati Bengals.
That's downhill. Old chest pounder right there. Yeah. 5 plays later on the goal line. The Bengals 3 to be exact. Damon Heward finds Tony Gonzalez for a record setter. Number 63 for his touchdown career, most ever by a tight end. And that's a slam dunk.
Jack Tony.
Kansas City takes the lead 10-7. Second quarter, Bengals with the ball again. Remember I mentioned those 2.5 sacks? I showed you one. Here's another. Trust me, you got another half.
I like this guy. He has a motor that just doesn't stop. He's great with his hands, great with his first step, and he doesn't stop.
That led to a fumble. 6 plays after the fumble, the Chiefs gained possession, and Larry Johnson, no rushing touchdowns this year. And here's his first one. Oh, boy. Fumbles it through the end zone, just like we saw in the Jacksonville-Houston game.
Ripped by Delta O'Neal.
And it's a touchback. The Bengals get a huge break, down just 3 in this game. What would they do with that break? Carson Palmer looks for Chad Johnson, but Patrick Surtain breaks on it. Chiefs get the ball right back on the Bengals 46. And then 6 plays later, Larry Johnson has not had a rushing touchdown all year, and this is the first one.
Just a matter of time. He had 31 carries in this game for 119 yards.
It's the first rushing touchdown for the Chiefs offense. Forget LJ. Chiefs up 17-7. It's 20-10 in the fourth quarter when Damon Heward and Gonzalez pad the record.
Tony Gonzalez runs routes with the best of them. I mean, it's hard to put a safety, a linebacker on this guy. He pretty much can't cover it.
27-20 is the final as the Bengals lose 4 in a row for the first time in the Marvin Lewis era. Their 5th straight road loss. Kansas City at 3-3, and with their win over the Chargers earlier this year, they lead the AFC West through 6 weeks. The Philadelphia Eagles, coming off their bye, never lost after a bye week in the Andy Reid administration, and Chad Pennington wearing the throwback jerseys of the Jets back in the Titans days.
I like them.
Your thoughts? You like them?
I like them.
Dion, your thoughts?
They're okay. They look collegey, you know?
They look like the Pittsburgh Panthers, don't they? Well, here's Thomas Jones running the ball. And in any uniform this year, that's his best run. 36-yard gain led to a Mike Nugent field goal as the Jets settling for field goals as they've been doing the last few weeks. Play action, Donovan McNabb. Last time he was in this stadium before the bye, the Giants sacked him 12 times. There's Kenyon Coleman on the first play of the game for Donovan McNabb. He's thinking, oh no, not again. But then Kevin Curtis gets the Eagles off the mat.
This guy has some speed now. 5 catches for 121 yards and a touchdown. He's been a factor in every game.
Looking like he was wearing his throwback unis from a few weeks ago. That's a 75-yard touchdown there, and then Brian Westbrook looking quite healthy.
The heart and soul of the Philadelphia Eagles team as well as offense.
156 total yards on the day for Westbrook. The drive would stall David Akers, who has a nightmare in this stadium, and that nightmare continues. Can't add to the lead. Wide right, very wide. And then it's no good. Fourth quarter, the Eagles up 16-6, pinned right in their own end when Hank Poteet makes a play on the Jets defense. But it would lead only to a field goal. 30-yard field goal from Mike Nugent, so it's 16-9. The Jets driving, trying to get into the end zone. Chad Pennington nearly falls. Thomas Jones making the play. Jones had a very nice day, 130 yards on the ground, and then the end around, Jericho Cotchery, 14 yards down to the Eagles' 13. Next play, Jones running downhill. A 9-yard gain, and it looks like the Jets are going to go in and tie this game. It led to a 2nd and 1. Next play, Jones stuffed. 3rd down. Jets need this 1st down. They're going to try and sneak it.
They don't get it.
So the Jets go for it. 4th and 1 on the Eagles' 4. And how do they go for it? They go for it by throwing into the end zone out of the shotgun to Lavernius Coles.
Well, many a question is called, but you got to understand Lavernius Cole came up with 3 big catches last week. He made plays, so you're going to give your best receiver an opportunity to make a play.
And Chad Pennington and the Jets, you know, whatever uniform they were wearing, fall to 1-5. Andy Reid now 9-0 in games following the bye week. The Jets visit the Bengals next week, starting 1-5 for the first time since starting 1-6 in '99. Philadelphia hosts the Bears next week at 2-3.
There's a pivotal 3rd and 5, deep drop. Anderson steps. Anderson will run for the first down. Oh, another heads-up play by the third-year quarterback out of Oregon State.
He did a nice job today of managing the game, taking what the defense gave him and not trying to force things.
Out of the shotgun, Anderson steps and fires. Got his man, Edwards. Touchdown, Cleveland.
Basically, we knew we wanted to put a touchdown on the board. We knew we really wanted it because, I mean, we get a field goal, we're only up 6. And at the rate they were playing, who knows?
You're going to get on NFL replay this week. Dolphins, Browns on Monday night, then Vikings, Bears, Redskins, Packers. Your Tuesday night NFL replay double dip. Let's go prime time.
Let's go prime time. My man Rich Eisen have pepped me up. Coach Moreeeee has given me my pep talk. I'm on the street corner that's still the baddest corner in the league. 21st in prime time. Yeah, we're going to have a street sign next week. But guess what, baby? It's time to go prime time. The gray edition. He almost got a safety in one of the biggest games of the year. Luckily, big lineman are running behind on Asante Samuel misses the tackle. Marion Barber fighting his way out of the end zone. You know what? If he had got tackled for safety, he might have got cut. Number 8, the mascot of the Jacksonville. They call him Jackson DeVille, not Coop DeVille. Jackson DeVille. Hey, Barney got some for you, baby. Nice catch on the sideline. Number 7, if you can't pick it off yourself, get a little help. Richard Marshall tips it to Deke Cooper for the nice pick. Coach Moreeeee called it the tip drill. Number 6, got his guard. He has the endurance of an Emmitt Smith. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, let me tell you something. This is a bad boy. Do not adjust your set. He has more to come this season, but he's so nice, we're gonna get to it twice. Number 5, Adrian Peterson. That's right, he's back. Rich, would you say it one time for me? How do you say his last name? One more time for me. 73 yards, 361 all-purpose yards. Number 4, Tony Gonzalez still doing it. 3-yard touchdown for his 63rd career TD, setting a new record for tight ends. Going over, I believe, the Shannon Sharp. Number 3, Raiders linebackers Thomas Howard. Look at my baby. I trained him all right. High stepping. That's the way you do it, Coach. I know you wouldn't allow that if you were. I was playing for you, but I still love you, Coach. This season, get this boy the ball in number 1. What can we say about the boys, the debonair, the graceful, the classy, Tom Brady in big games, 5 TD passes, on pace for 56 this season? You got to be kidding me. He threw to everybody, including my mama. I think she caught a hitch or 2. Let me tell you something, guys. When we come back, we're gonna find out, what did we learn next? I learned my goatee has a little gray in it. We'll be back.
And now time for the eBay moments of victory.
Short drop, puts it in the air, complete to Kevin Curtis. Kevin Curtis, touchdown!
See ya. Well, the defense definitely has carried us. They've done a great job thus far, and hopefully they continue to do that.
Here we go, Tony. Here's the ball game. Pennington hangs a jump ball. Incomplete. Intended for Lavernius Coles. And that's going to put a nice bow on this one for Philadelphia.
Gut check time, not giving up, finding a way to persevere. 3rd and 10 situation, finding a way to create time in the pocket. And Ike Hill, you're doing a great job and getting to an open spot, giving him a chance to make a play, getting out of bounds at the end there, just giving ourselves a chance to put Matt Bryant in position to kick the winner.
The kick airborne, long enough, long enough, long enough, long enough, long enough. It's good! Yeah, baby!
I know it's possible, with the guys we have up front, how we prepare this week, knowing that we're going to come in and, establish the run game.
Extra read all about the Boston Herald says star power. A big win for the Patriots in Dallas. I mean, an absolutely huge win. What did we learn today, Steve?
Well, I learned that Tom Brady is debonair. and that goatee has got to go.
You know what? Let me tell you what I learned. Do what you do. Don't worry about what people say about you, because you know why? I love me some me!
STO. Oh, man.
Run amok.
Thanks for watching NFL Game Day. Run amok, is that what you said? Oh, Steve, you may go to the Star. Watch out.
Stay off the Star.
Yo, Week 7 NFL Game Day is on the air, and just when you thought Tom Brady could get no better, 6 touchdowns against the Miami Dolphins, just 4 incompletions, 27 touchdowns on the season for Tom Brady and the 7-0 New England Patriots. On the opposite end, we have 2 0-7 teams for the first time in 9 years. The Dolphins and the Rams 0-7 for the first time in their respective team histories. Rob Baronis had the knack for the Tennessee Titans, a record 8 field goals for the Tennessee Titans against the Houston Texans. A wild finish you won't want to miss later on this edition of NFL Game Day. And how about the New York Giants? 5 straight wins, including 4 straight by double digits, after they pound the Niners before spending their pounds this week in jolly old England. Welcome to NFL Game Day, or cheerio, as they say across the pond. My name is Rich Eisen. That is Deion Sanders. That is Steve Mariucci. And Deion has shaved off the goat for this week.
No goatee, baby. It's time to get serious. It's time to do what we do, and this is what I do.
Yes, get serious, Deion.
You ready?
We are ready. Let's go, Rich.
We're focused, just like Tom Brady and the New England Patriots. That's how we kick things off. Is Tom Brady and Bill Belichick fresh off their big win in Dallas, taking on a division rival in Miami, the last team to beat the Patriots in the regular season, but last year's Dolphins, not like this year's Dolphins by any stretch, or vice versa, really. Tom Brady, first possession of the game, finds Dante Stallworth spinning through the secondary into the end zone.
Repeat of last week, breaking tackles, making a catch, and using his speed.
7-0 just like that. Cleo Lemon starting for the Dolphins, of course. Trent Green on IR now, and he drops the football. Ty Warren recovers. 6 plays later, a very Brady touchdown. Tom to Kyle. Patriots go up 14-0 Brady with 2 touchdown passes on the day already. Next Miami drive facing a 4th and 1. Why not go for it? You're down 14 points. You're 0-6, and you got Ronnie Brown running up the gut.
Just a busy guy. Had 17 carries today and 5 receptions. He's their best offensive weapon.
Second quarter now. Cleo Lemon.
Squeeze that lemon.
And what do we call this, Steve?
That's a lemon drop.
Touchdown. Miami cuts the lead 14-7, but just when you think we might have a game.
They have special teams too, Deion.
You mean to tell me they have an offense, a defense, and special team?
Willie Andrews, 77 yards for the score, and New England back on top by 2 touchdowns, just like that. 21-7 after a Dolphins 3-and-out. Tom Brady play action. Throw it up top to Randy Moss, why don't you?
Why don't you just go up and get it at its highest point? Nobody can cover this guy. Double team him, triple team him. He's going to go make a play.
See, this is the problem. Randy Moss, whenever you see him inside the numbers, yes, he's going deep. Cornerback right there, cover 2. He loves cover 2. Chad Johnson, T.O., they love cover 2. Why don't, Coach, we just take the cornerback, put him where the safety is, because he's accustomed to playing the ball in space. And then maybe you can make some plays against Randy Moss.
And do not adjust your sets later on in the second quarter. Tom Brady, why don't you throw it up to Randy Moss? Why don't you?
Well, there's only 2 guys back there. You might as well just throw another touchdown.
The same old safety that I'm talking about. Let's just try to exchange. Take the cornerback, put him where the safety is.
Enough time left in the first half, however, with less than a minute to go, to not only put up more points, but to run a fake spike up 35-7. Randy Moss with a one-handed catch. It's out of bounds. Very next play, Tom Brady finds former Dolphin Wes Welker.
I love this guy. He moves, changed 9 receptions, 138 yards, 47 receptions on the season, Rich.
A first half 40 burger as Tom Brady matches his touchdown total from the previous week before halftime. And in the fourth quarter, it's time to bring in Matt Castle. And Brady gives him, I guess, a little towel help right there. But Castle needed a little more than the towel right here.
Yeah, it's not that easy.
He threw in the towel after Jason Taylor cuts the Miami lead, the New England lead in half. It's 42-21, so Bill Belichick out with Matt Castle, in with Tom Brady. 1st and 10 for the Patriots. Brady finds Wes Welker for another first down.
This guy just catches passes, 9 receptions, 138 yards, and a couple of TDs.
And Brady, back in his rocking chair in the pocket, finds Wes Welker again.
He cannot cover this guy in a slot. He's too elusive. He runs good route. He keeps his shoulders out, and he breaks hard coming out of his
Tom
waist.
Brady with 6 more touchdown passes in his first career game with a perfect rating of 158.3. He has 27 touchdowns already, people. And after the game, Bill Belichick was asked, why'd you put Brady back in?
We're just trying to win the game, that's all.
No, I mean,
we're just trying to win the game.
The score was 42-21.
Yeah, one more turnover, it's a 14-point game in the middle of the 4th quarter. Yeah, I was at the game. I was there.
I mean, I can't take credit for Randy's touchdown catches. I mean, those things that's all Randy Moss. And Dante, that first one, that was a 3-yard pass that he turned into a touchdown. And Wes, those was a 7-yard pass that he turned into a touchdown. So the way the offensive line performed today was great against a defensive front that we always struggle against. The backs picked up great in protection. The receivers ran great routes. Makes my job awfully easy, I'll tell you that.
Joey, Brady just seems like he can check off at the line no matter what he sees out there.
I'm not going to sit up here and answer questions about how good they is. Yeah, you got to find somebody else to answer them questions, because I ain't going to be the one to do it. Sorry about that.
Well, we can't win in America. Maybe we can win overseas.
Maybe they can win in London. Yep. Well, no matter what country it is right now, Brady is out of this world. If you take a look, he is on pace to eviscerate Peyton Manning's touchdown record. He's on pace for 62 touchdown passes in that 5,000-plus yard season of Marino in '84. That is within sight as the Patriots are just crushing everyone in their path. The 159-point differential in their favor is the 5th highest ever through 5 games and the highest since the 1966 Cowboys were 160 points better than their first 7 opponents. You just take a look, all the plus numbers. It is unbelievable what the Patriots have been able to do through the first 7 weeks of this season. And is it, Dion, is it just the weapons that Tom Brady has, or has Brady basically taken his game to a completely new level?
Yeah, a little bit of both. Taking his game to a new level as well as the weapons. This team's remind me of the '94 49ers. I hate to just blow our horn, but baby, if you got the trumpet, I got to let it blow. You know why? Because we had the #1 offense, the #1 defense in the offseason. You remember the Cowboys previously, they were the Super Bowl champions, a lot like the Indianapolis Colts. But we loaded up. Toy Cook, Dent, Jackson, Charles Mann, McCaffrey, Ken Norton, Bart Oates, Gary Plummer, and yours truly. And we built that team up just like this New England team is building to overtake the Dallas Cowboys and eventually won the Super Bowl.
Yeah, this is the most complete team that the National Football League has seen in years, maybe since '94. And when you really think hard about it, if they don't have something, you know what it is? They don't have a veteran backup quarterback. Now, maybe Brady plays every game, but this would have been an opportunity for Castle or somebody. They don't have a Kurt Warner or Kerry Collins, a veteran backup, like some teams do. They do not. This would have been an opportunity to give that guy some sort of reps in case they ever need it, in case he ever gets a hangnail.
They did. But he threw a touchdown to the wrong team.
Yeah, wrong team.
Well, right, it's working all for the Patriots right now. Bill Belichick turning into an open mic night, for crying out loud, as they destroy the Dolphins. Maybe some people on the Dolphins may defect to England next week and not return. You never know. Still to come, a wild finish in Houston. Very rare that a team is up by 25 and then has to win in a comeback, but that's what happened between the Titans and the Texans. The Giants heading off to England in a much different state of mind than the Miami Dolphins. We'll have highlights of the Niners and Giants still ahead in this particular NFL Total Access. Adrian Peterson now has the Cowboys in his sights after taking care of the Bears last week. How can the Cowboys rebound after that loss to New England? And the Bears in Philadelphia, a wild finish in this one in a game that everyone thought would finish off the loser for '07. You're watching Week 7 Game Day.
When the lights go up and the game is on, you ready for me? 'Cause I'm ready for you. When the bell rings out and the fight is on, you ready for me? 'Cause I'm ready for you.
Touchdown, Amani Toomer. He's going to go the distance. Up and over. What a spectacular catch.
When the bell rings out, this fight is on. Are you ready for me? 'Cause I'm ready for you.
Kings in Dallas, and a fresh-faced rookie trying to become the first 100-yard rusher against the Dallas defense this season. As for the Dallas offense, would you believe they have not scored a first-quarter touchdown all year?
That's amazing for a high-powered offense like this.
And Romo finds Terrell Owens to try and score that first-quarter touchdown of the year. And from 3rd and goal, here's that first-quarter touchdown of the year.
Back of the end zone, it's the least defense place on the entire field.
And Terrell Owens' his own towel.
Oh, yeah.
Is that legal?
He's selling something.
There's his own towel. Next possession, Minnesota, Tavares Jackson dumps it off to Adrian. 12-yard gain. 4 plays later, it's 4th and 1. Why not just do it when you got Adrian?
Give it to him.
Yeah, he lives close to the area. Mama, father, cousins, nephews, aunt, uncles, nieces. Everyone's at the game today.
2 plays later, pardon my French, but this rookie is fantastic.
That was too easy.
Adrian Peterson runs it in. 5th rushing touchdown of the season. We got a tie. Ball game.
Look at him find the holes, bounce through there sideways. Look at the vision. Look at the strength. You cannot bring him down. Newman tried to come off a block. You cannot bring this guy down with one arm.
Second quarter, 1st and 10 for the Cowboys, right on the star. Romo hits Patrick Creighton over the middle, and he's hit. Antoine Winfield causes the fumble right to Ben Lieber, who does what? Pitches it to Cedric Griffin, who then proceeds to dribble the ball down the field.
Hold it up! There you go, baby.
A little homage.
Where did he learn that from?
So Ben Lieber picks it up, a little room service hop there. And then he pitches it.
And you practice this. Coach, you practice this at practice many of the times. Not the fumble, but you practice pitching the ball to the man that's open, and these are the results.
You don't practice this high step.
Yes, you do.
You do?
Yeah, he may be in the top 10.
Into the end zone. So Dallas is down 14-7 midway through the 3rd quarter, but just when you thought they may have a hangover from that loss to New England, Terrell Owens holds on to the ball.
Concentration. He had 2 feet in. He knew he was going to take a lick, but he hung on anyway.
Darren Sharper providing the lick, and then Marion Barber, he usually licks the competition down on the goal line, and that's the first rushing touchdown allowed by Minnesota this season, ties it at 14. Next possession for Minnesota, here's Adrian Peterson. 15 yards down to the 31. And then it leads to this particular field goal that is blocked. It is blocked. Chris Canty blocks it. Pat Watkins picks it up.
Florida State, come on, baby. You got to hold it up. You're only lineman back there.
And he doesn't hold it up.
He's disciplined.
Yeah, he's going to be reprimanded from it.
But he's in the end zone, though, as Wade Phillips, yippee! 21-14.
I love a coach who shows emotion.
Dallas on top, 4th quarter, and then the rookie puts the ball on the turf.
A rare fumble by Adrian Peterson.
Brady James recovers it, and Jason Hatcher, who had a return for a score last week, is the one who reaches around and pokes it out. That led to a Nick Folk field goal as the Cowboys take a 10-point lead and win by those 10 points, holding Adrian Peterson to a season-low 63 yards as Dallas is outscored opponents 149-74 in the second half, and they hit the bye week to 6-1. Nice record hitting the bye week. The New York Giants at home. Eli Manning taking on not Alex Smith, or going head-to-head with Alex Smith, but Trent Dilfer, as Alex Smith still not back from that shoulder injury. So Dilfer gets the start. Manning's opening possession from his own 17-yard line. The Giants like to get Shockey involved early.
You gotta get Shockey involved early in the game. One of the best route runners, one of the most physical tight ends in the game. You must get him involved.
Get this guy involved too. Brandon Jacobs for one part of his 107 yards on the day.
Running downhill, and then Amani Toomer in the back of the end zone, wide open. He is now the all-time touchdown leader in Giants history with 49 receiving touchdowns. The next 49ers possession on their own 23, and here's Michael Strahan sacking Trent Dilfer to become the all-time active sack leader with 135.
That was an easy sack for him, but he'll take it.
Next Giants possession, it's a tip drill, and Derek Smith picks off Manning, and it's just a 6-0 game, even though the Giants were dominating on both sides of the ball. Into the second quarter, Dilfer is back to pass, and Trent Dilfer looking Tarkenton-like, invading the rush, directing traffic and leaping head first. Yep. First down, Trent Dilfer fired up. 3 plays later, Dilfer with his arm now lofts one into Arnett's battle touchdown.
Great throw and catch, getting it outside. The safeties reach in a cover 2 zone corner, then get a good jam on the receiver. that allowed him to get that. Now, this play here, you got a stretch play, therefore he may be a little tired from that long run. Wasn't able to get out there on the stretch play.
And the ensuing possession for the Niners ends with a fumble, and then the Giants cash it in with Brandon Jacobs going in. His touchdown of the day, part of an 18-carry, 107-yard afternoon, still in the second quarter. Dilfer picked off by Sam Madison.
Sam Madison playing a cover 2 zone, looking up. Forces his guy to the outside, then looking for that next receiver to come out, and he made a fantastic play. He's been there before.
Giants get a field goal after that in the third quarter now. Dilfer sacked, stripped, and Osi Umenyiora with the triple play.
Coach, when they hold it in one hand like that, that's running back somewhere, childhood, high school, somewhere, this guy knows what to do with the ball when he gets it.
And Umenyiora, 8 sacks on the season. He is just has his motor running, and he had the sack, scoop, and score as the Giants go up 26-7 and go on to win by the final of 33-15. A frustrating afternoon for Trent Dilfer and the 49ers, who have now lost 4 in a row after starting 2-0, while the Giants have won 5 in a row after starting 0-2. The Niners committed a season-high 13 penalties for 82 yards to boot, and the Giants 5-2 heading off to London to take on the winless Miami Dolphins, and then they have a bye week after that. So they could be staring a 6-2 first half of the season start, just like last year. Of course, things went south for the Giants in the second half of the season, but right now they are right behind the Dallas Cowboys. The Cowboys are still in front in this division by 1 game. Figuratively, how close are the Giants to the Cowboys, Steve?
Well, they are, because Eli's playing well and they're healthy, and it's good to have Brandon Jacobs back. However, it's that defense that is making the difference in their game. Take a look at their first 2 losses, giving up 40 points a game, over 400 yards of offense, not taking it away, not saying all of a sudden they are stingy on defense, only 255 yards. They've sacked the quarterback 25 times in the last 5 games. That defense is the reason why they are 5-2. They're going to go to England, and unless they get like jet lag or something, they're going to beat the Dolphins and have the bye. There we go with Dallas.
Coach, I agree with everything you said, and statistically, it validates the point. Offensively and defensively, these teams are evenly matched, but I'm reminded of that secondary with the Giants. Remember that game? Come on, you got to come on. Tony Romo and the receivers, they just outmatched this Giants secondary. So when they match up together, I don't see anybody matching up with Witten or T.O. on the outside. That's the problem with the Giants, their secondary.
And they're going to have a chance to see those Dallas Cowboys 3 weeks from now. Goes London bye week, and then the Giants and Dallas Cowboys. And with the Washington Redskins also winning, boy, did the Eagles need to win one at home against the Chicago Bears team that wanted this game just as much as the Philadelphia Eagles, who did want it more. We'll have highlights of that soon to come. But up next, no Vince Young in Houston. It was Kerry Collins and the boot of Rob Baronis against a very game Texans team. Don't miss these highlights next.